All right, Olivet Middle School. Mr. Escher's art classes. Here we are in this quarantined time. You know, trying to find things to do, trying to keep somewhat of the classroom up and alive, trying to continue that learning going on and those exercises happening. Last video that I posted just talked about, you know, just sketching, exercising the brain and the hand, and just sketching with your imagination. But sometimes when I sketch and when I sit down and start, sometimes I almost get like an artist block, almost like a sketcher's block. I really don't know what to do, really don't know what to sketch, what to start off with. And I follow this guy on Instagram. His name is Garrett Williamsy. And here's some of his examples of what he does. And I just fell in love with some of his sketching exercises. He starts off with a few different shapes on a piece of paper, and then straight from those shapes, it's the first thing that comes to mind based on those shapes, and then he just starts sketching. He likes to sketch different characters, monsters, aliens, people with emotion. And it's just a really cool exercise. You don't have to do faces necessarily, but that's just his thing. That's his gig. So, yeah, I want to show you how to do this. I want you to experiment with it. If you get something, post it in classroom. I want to see what you do. Put it on Facebook, Instagram, tag me in. I don't care what you do. I just want to see you guys practicing and exercising your brain and your hand and your artistry and your imagination. Okay? So have fun with it. Check this out. Hey everybody, this is my daughter Selah, my son Jameson. They're gonna be helping me today with the exercise. They're gonna do it along with us. This exercise is just meant to be sketching, meant to be fun. Whatever comes to your brain first is what you put on the paper, okay? And she's 5, he's 7.
No, 8.
8, just my fault. He just turned 8.
Hey.
So here we go. So here we go. We've got 3 different pieces of paper that has the exact same shape. One is Selah's, the other one's Jameson's, and then this one's mine. We agreed on this one shape because I want you to be able to see how this one shape can evolve into 3 different things or 3 different characters based on the person that's drawing it. So I first told my kids to flip and turn the paper around, check to see what orientation they really want the paper. And really what I'm wanting you to do is check to see what's the first thing that comes to mind. This was the orientation that I chose for my character or for my thing. And this is a character. I can see where its eyes are and where its nose is, and also its mouth right here. My character, I could see that its mouth is wide open. I don't want to give my character away just because I want you to see how it develops. But yeah, here we go. I mean, I go right into just starting right in on the nose and start developing the character around the shape that we first started off with. I want to clarify again to you that this is not like a final sketch. This is not like something that I would frame. It's not something that I would necessarily walk away and be very proud of, just because it's got this blue line in it. Like, I might be proud of the sketch, but it's nothing that I'm expecting for it to be finalized. Now, if it's something that I truly love, I'd probably trace my sketch on a final piece of paper and then make a nice final piece with it. But I'm not making this with the intention of having a final piece with it. What I'm doing is I'm practicing as an artist. I'm working on my ability of sketching from first sight and kind of letting my imagination take place and trying to place my imagination on paper. I'm practicing that skill, and that is really what I want you to do. Alright, here's Selah's turn. She is my 5-year-old daughter. She has a great imagination, and she could play with her dolls by herself all day long if she was given the chance. So she does have quite the imagination. And when she was looking at this shape, I was asking her, you know, what do you see? Now, for a 5-year-old, this is very difficult to do. I'm asking her to see something that's not there. And so immediately she was like, oh, I like unicorns. I was like, okay, well, if this was a unicorn, where would you put its eyes? Where do you see its eyes would be? Where do you see where the nose would be? Where's the mouth? And from that moment on, she just went with it, and she had a great time. And this is the unicorn that she came up with. Now for Jameson. Jameson is my 8-year-old son, and again, for an 8-year-old, this is still a little more difficult with him. We tried a few different shapes, and this is when he finally just really caught on with it. And again, I asked him, hey, where would you see the eyes? But once he went with the eyes, I didn't even ask him any other questions until he was done. He came up with this idea of the shark. I love how the shark is at an angle, kind of like it's not from the side profile, it's more at an angle, which is really impressive for an 8-year-old. Again, guys, during this time of being quarantined and having to stay home, I just want to encourage you, sketch, 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 practice, 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 and most of all, have fun.